Hey everybody, I'm here to talk about this last month of the EPICA Universe. It was the launch month. Everyone in the band is really excited about it and we have been doing some really cool stuff.
Recap video.
So let's start with the weekly Q&A. This last month, Simone, Mark, Rob and Koen have been doing a Q&A. And it's really cool to see so many people sending in all those questions. And I have to say that there were quite some questions that we've never been asked before, so that was really interesting. Next up was the monthly podcast. So each month, one of us will host a podcast and talk about whatever he or she likes. And Rob kicked it off talking to Asim from Winterson and Damage Plan, talking about music in general, the situation nowadays and what he's up to. Definitely worth checking it out. Each month we also do a poll, and this time it was Mark asking everyone what their favorite EPICA studio album is. There's also a live hangout, and Rob was hosting this with Mark as a guest, and they just talk random stuff. They just have a nice conversation with each other, and I have to say I checked it out and sometimes I had to laugh so hard because they were talking about stories that I pretty much forgot, and that back when they happened, they weren't always really cool stories. Sometimes you were pissed off or it was like a dreadful situation. But thinking back of that and hearing them talk about it was really cracking me up. And also good to mention is that this live hangout is still on the EPICA Universe platform. So if you want to check it out, or if you already have this tier benefit and you still need to see it, then just go over there and find the link. And Mark also started with a pretty huge task during his Songs Explained series. The first episode is dealing about the writing process and everything that has to do with creating our massive song, Kingdom of Heaven. So if you want to know how we wrote this song and what was involved and what the background stories are, then this is a must-see. A cool way to get to know us better is by seeing the Day in the Life Of series. This month our film crew went along with Arjen for a day in our rehearsal space, for a day walking his dog, just doing random things that he does on a daily basis. Arjen is the grill master of the band, so that was really cool to see him do all that stuff after a day of hard work behind his drum kit. Now, if all of that stuff wasn't enough already, you probably have heard about our 20th anniversary interview and acoustic set. In this interview we're talking to our host Charlotte Wessels, and she's grilling us on, let's say, 20 years of history in this band, taking us through the beginning, asking us about our musical path, going through some old photographs and the stories behind them, and why we decided to set up the EPICA Universe together with you. If you've missed it, you can still check it out. It's still there on the top of the page if you become an EPICA Universe member.
Coming soon.
Now let's give you a glimpse of what's coming up. Our lovely drummer Arjen will be hosting a podcast. We send our film crew on the way to Germany to follow Simone. Koen will be hosting the Songs Explained and also will be posting a monthly poll. Obviously, we're gonna do weekly Q&As again, and Arjen, Mark, Simone and myself will be doing these. And just like we did this past month, we will keep posting stuff almost on a daily basis, and the live hangout for February is hosted by Arjen and Koen will join.